All right, everyone, it's time for probably going to be my most favorite introduction I ever get to say. It's time for Children of the Sun All Challenges, the bisexual shooter puzzle game. Good luck, Satan.
Thank you,
Thank
Provocative.
you for
Yeah, I'm
provoking
really
him.
excited to
Yeah,
show
I'm
y'all
really
this
excited
game.
to show y'all this
Yeah, I
game.
didn't go anywhere for
Yeah, I
all
didn't
that
go
long. I'm
anywhere for
back.
all that
Hello.
long. I'm
This
back.
is Children
Hello.
of the
This is
Sun.
Children of the
All
Sun.
challenges,
All
which
challenges,
is a really
which is
nice
a
run.
really nice run.
It's one that we
It's
worked on as a
one that we
community
worked
for a
on
little
as a
bit.
community for a little
And I
bit.
do
And
currently
I
hold the
do
world record
currently
in. So
hold the
very
world record
excited
in.
to
So very
show this
excited
one
to
to you
show
all
this
today.
one
And
to
I
you
have
all
a
today.
wonderful
And I have
commentator
a
with me.
wonderful
Would you
commentator
like
with me.
to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, it's Marksy. I am reprising my role from Fatales of commentating for this game again. Thank you, Satan, for having me on.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am seeing that we might have a little bit of a tech echo, so I don't know how they're going to deal with that, but it will be dealt with. Before we actually start,
It's a echo.
yippee, it's fixed. Anyhow, before we actually start, I have one thing to mention. About 9 to 11 minutes into the run, probably more like 11, we have a bid war that is closing for either making the main character get some hugs and head pats or saving those frames. It is about 30 seconds to do all the hugs. So that means that if I am on a very good pace, that I will just be kind of knocked off that pace. So chat, if you'd like to keep me pacing, that option is currently not in the lead, so you could donate towards that bid war if you would like to. All right. With all that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Time does not start when I click into Broken Home here. It starts when I click a specific other button. I will let you know in just a minute. I'll give y'all a countdown. All right. When I click restart is when time is going to start. So let's do a countdown from 3, 2, 1, go. So what is this game? How does it work? Basically, we are a person who is very skilled in the art of telekinesis and can use her one bullet to kill everyone. And we are trying to get revenge on the cult that raised us. The story is actually told in kind of an esoteric, non-dialogue dependent manner. So the story is just about as clear to you all as it is to me. But essentially, we have to use one bullet and kill everything with it. Marcy, would you like to explain a little bit more about the challenges and how that all works?
Sure, yeah. So in this run, Satan is going to be doing, this is the all challenges run. Not every level has a challenge, but for the ones that do, there are specific requirements that we need to hit. You just saw the text get cut out or crossed out with the yellow line there. That shows that the challenge was hit. On this particular level, it is we had to shoot that guy while he was moving or running away from us. But some of the later challenges that we'll have will be getting a little bit more difficult or more interesting overall. Like this upcoming level, being stuck. This should be being stuck.
Yes.
This one is, we have these new elements introduced. Besides just shooting the enemies, we can now shoot these cars, specifically the gas tanks on them. And we need to hit every gas tank in this level in order to complete the challenge.
That's right, and it is also just the fastest way to win anyways, because these explosions are so large that they kill multiple guys at once. So we're going to be using explosions to our advantage to kill multiple guys and also some special guys throughout the run. They are very important. And that is that done. Yes, the cool thing about challenges in this game as well, and I'm actually really happy we get to play on English to show this off, is that every level has this little flavor text underneath it when you start it up. That flavor text is not meaningless. It is actually a hint on how to complete the challenge, which is super cool and unique as a way of sort of hinting how the player can do this little special, special requirement. So that one was bullets that hurt are bullets that, or bullets that burn are bullets that hurt, and you had to shoot through fire, for example. We're not going to be explaining every challenge throughout the run, so I highly recommend picking up this game for yourself and figuring them out as you play. It's a very cool game, as you can see already.
And I hope y'all are hungry, because guess what time it is, y'all?
Is it breakfast time?
You know what time it is? It is breakfast time.
Yay! I love breakfast. Yeah, this level's special because it says that you don't have to just shoot people. You also need to feed yourself, so shoot these birds and fish. And these birds and fish are very special because we can pause and unpause at a specific interval in their animation to make it so that the world moves at full speed. So I didn't do it quite right there with the bird. Keep doing it a little early, I think. I get all messed up with the cycle. There, yeah, okay. Let's restart. because I got messed up with the cycle by missing it, so we're all good. The fish are more lenient. But yeah, if you do it at the right time, then the game continues being sped up. Those intervals.
I do think it's interesting they introduced both the birds and the fish in this level, and I don't think I've ever seen a fish in another level of this game.
Yeah, this is the only one that they show up in, that is correct. But we use them well by using that glitch, and then we can just go ahead and shoot everything. Yippee! Dead.
Nice.
That's the other reason I'm very happy to be able to show this off in English today. Most of the time we play this game in Mandarin, because it has some unsavory words. You can try to pick them out if you would like, on screen at different points. But Completithon was very nice and said, you can show this off in English. And I just love the dead text at the end. I love the challenges text. It's pretty cool. Anyway, now the game is introducing the most important mechanic of the game.
Sure is. Where's the other bird?
It's super weird when it goes behind the blood splatter. Okay, there we go. There we go. All
keen-eyed viewers may have already noticed, but there's now this interesting circular reticle around our crosshair here that's showing up. And what that is representing is our ability to redirect the bullet in mid-air. This allows us to get shots that are either just not straightforward or otherwise would be impossible from where we're currently at. And there's some interesting tech with it. It is not a full redirect. There is like a cone of area that we can be redirecting the bullet within, but it's still fairly lenient with how far we can do. And we're going to see it really highlighted here, where the challenge for this level is we have to actually get the first shot through this barn door and then make sure it gets lined up with one of these dudes in here.
Yep, that's right. And then we can just go ahead and shoot everything. This was a route that actually Marcy helped route when she first played the game, so thank you very much for doing that. Routing is very important in this game, sort of finding the most optimal way to do everything. And we certainly have not optimally routed all the levels. Marcy took a fresh look at this game and said, oh, there's some better ways to do things. And pretty much every runner that has come in for this game has done the same. So if you're interested in running this game, you will probably be able to make an impact on how we run it. Especially in all challenges, which is a little bit less optimally routed. All right, so Gallery of Heads is actually really interesting. We've got a cutscene here that we're actually going to stay in. You'll notice I haven't held to skip yet. Why is that, Marcy, while we get started with it?
So these cutscenes are actually rendered in engine. And so if we allow specifically not the artistic ones, but like the ones where they're showing the dudes to play out, they will actually be going about their animations and their cycles that they'll be going through. And in particular for this level, this allows that guy that was going up the stairs to be in a position where we can shoot them and then get into the room as well. Now, the reason this isn't necessarily like slower than just going off the start is the timing for this game is actually based off of the in-game time, and we have a load remover that cuts out the cutscenes and the menuing from the final time. So it's 0 time lost to just let the cutscene play out.
That's right. So good stuff. It's a pretty cool and fun strategy that's unique to the way we time this game. Occupied Village has a really cool strat at the end, but I would love for Pro Pokenoob to say some words during the time that we're getting this one done.
This is the coolest game I've seen in a while. It's
really good, and it was made primarily by one person.
Wow.
Shoutouts to Renee Ruther, yeah.
Yep. Very cool dev, was on Couch for Me once for a marathon. Highly recommend supporting his work. He's super creative, comes up with cool new ideas, and yeah, we just went behind the wall there to finish off that guy. I used a strategy where I actually held the right mouse button down before I shot to be able to pretty much instantly go into redirect mode, to be able to do those really tight corners. So that was cool. Anyway, we've got X here, which is the only RNG in the entire run. This is it. Otherwise, everything else is predetermined. The RNG comes in the form of where the heads spawn in this little minigame. Yeah, also, Marcy, say the line.
I just shot a man, and now I'm hungry.
Ah, yeah, so hungry.
As it says in
that what
Mandarin.
that said?
Yeah, that's
what
what that said.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it at all.
Cool.
Fish.
Fish.
Actually, she shot a bird.
Yum,
I missaid
fish.
it. My bad.
Yeah, fish. Yummy. Anyway, that all notwithstanding, our goal is to get all 3 of these bullets here, and then we're going to transform into green for some reason. I don't quite know why we're green, but we are. And then we're going to go kill the heads. And where these heads spawn is to some degree random. So that is the thing that we have to react to here. That was actually a really solid X. Good RNG, and we continue. You can very easily die there. It's very, very easy, especially because the RNG is unpredictable, but also because the controls are very difficult in that minigame. It is certainly one of the banes of speedrunning in this run.
Now we have a new mechanic being introduced on this level, which is interesting because Satan here is going to completely ignore it.
Yep. What's a weak point? I don't need that.
Yeah, you'll notice that enemy's head right there was blue for some reason. What this level is introducing is the concept of a weak point. This is a critical point on the enemy that of which if you hit, you actually get this ability you start building up. You need 2 critical point shots in order to activate this ability. But whereas with this redirect that we've been using, there's only that cone that I mentioned earlier that we're able to redirect within. It's not a full redirect. If we get 2 critical shots, it actually lets us fully redirect the bullet by pressing the right click on the mouse, which lets us get even more fantastic shots than would otherwise be possible.
Yeah, we're going to use that in this level, so you'll get to see a little demonstration. In the last level, the explosion radius is so large, it actually kills the guy who's underneath the bridge that they want you to kill using a thing. So we just shoot the car and it's fine. But here, we're going to go ahead and find this guy, which is tough to do through all the woods, but we did it.
Yep, we have the white reticle and now the yellow reticle that denotes that we now have one of these full redirect shots, and Satan is going to use that here in order to get this tough shot on this car as it's drifting past right into the gas engine tank in order to complete the challenge.
Love getting that one first try. So satisfying. One of the coolest strats in the game for sure. It's another one where we wait a little bit in that opening cutscene to make sure the cars are in the right position, and we don't have to wait for them to go farther, because things move slower when you're slowing down time, shockingly. This level is fairly simple, all things considered. It'll use a lot of the things that we've been talking about, but you can just watch it and enjoy. So, ProPokenoob, what's up?
Okay, so I'm gonna do this thing where I say, hey, Marksy, hey, Satan, did you know? And then you go, no, what? And then I'm gonna go into the thing. Okay, ready?
Okay.
I knew.
Hey, Marksy.
No, I don't know. What's up?
Hey, Satan.
Yeah?
Hi.
Did you know while women make up nearly half the gaming population, less than 24% of game developers in the US are women? Now go,
Really?
no way! Yeah, there you go, perfect. Okay, Girls Make Games was created to address this gender gap and create a space for girls to explore the world of video games. To date, nearly 25,000 girls in 160 cities and 22 countries have accessed game dev workshops, summer camps, and tutorials. GMG's published titles have been downloaded over 190,000 times on partner platforms like PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Creator Program, Steam, and Google Play. By inspiring girls to engage with STEAM through fun and creativity of game design, we're creating a world where girls have the chance to discover their potential through gaming and game dev.
That's awesome, and that is why you should donate to Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund. It is very cool. Another thing that is very cool is this level here. We've got trains. Wow, trains. This is the only level that has them. Sorry for all you train fans in chat, but enjoy them while they're here. And there's a challenge to shoot through them. But it actually works really well to just do that. I don't know why, but I discovered it that you can go through the train just to complete the challenge, and so that's the route we use. And dead.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really knows what the criteria is for completing the challenge, but doing what Satan did by going down the full length of the train car is consistent, so we use it.
Yep, good stuff. And that was a gold split, by the way, so pretty cool. All right, we're gonna need the results of that bid war here, ProPokenoob.
We will, in fact, be giving head pats.
Aw, yay! Our protagonist has been through quite a lot in the story, as you can tell, because we are trying to get retribution and escape from a cult that has basically worshipped us our entire life. So it's kind of nice for us to get some hugs and head pats. I think she needs it. So when we go past these cultists, we're gonna just mash the click button, and then we're gonna get some nice head pats. And well, okay. There was a twist. I didn't tell you about the twist. But yep, this level is literally able to be played with no hands, by the way. If you don't mash it, you just set the protagonist moving, and then you can just put your hands up. Here, I'll demonstrate. Look, Ma, no hands. But when you get to a guy, you gotta hug him because y'all said so. Thank you very much for your donations.
I'll be honest, I've never seen this text before.
Yeah, because you've only seen it in Mandarin. And now we're playing in English.
Yeah, and I skipped it in my playthrough.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I was not aware of the twist, chat says. Well, enjoy the twist. Yeah, no, this game's very esoteric. Its story is very artful, artsy, and again, a lot of it is told non-verbally in visual cutscenes that we will be skipping. So if you would like to get the full experience of this game, highly recommend playing it. It is a lot of fun. You do not have to play the game nearly as fast or in even close to the same way that I do. It is a puzzle game, and it's a really open puzzle game. It's really cool that way. It does not, the puzzles do not have one solution. They have many, many solutions. So it is up to you to find out the way that you want to do it, and the way that works for you. It's a very dynamic puzzle experience. Highly recommend it. Again, mostly made by one person as well, so very indie, as far as indie as you can get, almost. Pretty much. Alright, we've got gas station here. So we introduce a new mechanic here called armored enemies. You want to explain that, Marcy?
Yeah, so now, this is a speed run. Bullets are fast, but what if we could go faster than fast? That's what the bisexual lighting here is for. If we hold down the left click now, the bullet will start to speed up until it hits a critical speed, and that critical speed allows us to kill enemies that are in armor, which normally we would only be able to do through explosions otherwise. And so now another part of the level and the routing that we have to factor in is some enemies need to be far enough away for us to get a full speed shot on, or we have to figure out if there's an explosion nearby that we can get them with.
Yep, and in this level, the challenge is please explode everyone except for the guy in the gas station, please. And we say, okay. There you go. That's a tough challenge to complete casually, by the way. I'm not even sure quite how you do it. But we have a nice speedrun map for it. Alright, Main Street. 350 meters are a long way away. They sure are. The challenge in this one is to add up your shots to a cumulative 350 meters distance traveled. So we're going to do some stuff at the end that looks pointless, but it's not because of that challenge. Don't worry about it. But first, you know, there are guys to shoot. Can use that redirect here. You can see that one of my yellows goes away as a result. Using another redirect here to get to one of those distance shots we were talking about before. And then... whoop. Now, granted, I think this is one of the levels that is probably the most ripe for rerouting out of all of the entire game. If somebody has a better way to reroute this level, I would love to see it. This is the best way I've figured out how to do it so far, but I am certain that there could be better. Play this game. It's cool. Alright, open mic night in hell. That's my house.
Now this level has an interesting challenge. He's blocking the entrance. We just got the challenge there. Now the reason I find it interesting is I am pretty sure this level is pretty much impossible without it. I think there is a way to maybe get the dudes up in the rafters here and not complete the challenge, but I don't think anybody would not be completing this challenge on their first playthrough. It's just the most intuitive way to play the level.
Yeah, definitely. So some of the challenges you get, I think the first challenge is actually brilliant because it's only headshots, which is what people are inclined to do anyway. So you do that and then you go, oh, that completed something. What did it complete? Why did I do that? And then you realize that the challenge is hinting you at only headshots, which I think, again, brilliant game design. You'll also see here that when I am shooting an armored enemy and I'm far enough away to be able to shoot them, you see that a little purple corona will appear around my shot reticle. And that tells you, you know, you're a far enough distance away that if you did a full shot from here, you would be able to kill an armored guy from there. So if you're ever wondering whether I'm going to be able to do one of those shots, you can just look and see whether my my little reticle is purple or not. You can check that out here. Nice and purple. All good. And yeah, this one, we just go through a motel. There's actually a cool challenge at the end of this, but it doesn't happen quite yet. First, we gotta just snake around and get all of the guys around here. And then we're gonna go ahead and shoot this guy. Don't shoot the car. I found out that it was solid. You have to go through a bunch of apartments here, so I'm... oh, gosh. Okay. Interesting. I think we can still do this. It's gonna be hard.
If you shoot the car...
That's exactly what I was thinking. Let's get this one
yeah,
out
that
here.
one should work.
Yep. So I missed because that door was going to kill me. If I had let it go on for too long, so I did it early, and there we go. So
Good backup.
yeah, really good backup. I've never done that backup before, so live event stuff. That was not bad. That only lost me about 3 seconds, that backup, I think. No, it lost me a little bit more. But it's still pretty good recovery there. That's something that you might have to do every now and again in this game, is do a recovery when you miss a shot. So it's cool to show that off. Another thing we're going to show off is this really difficult minigame. We're going to try to win it here. It's pretty hard because these fireballs are pretty large in terms of radius. The car does kind of follow you the way you go. So we're gonna see if we can do this. We just kind of sneak back and forth. It's quite difficult though, as you can see. Let's see. Am I actually gonna win? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So normally I don't win that minigame, and you might go, "Why don't you win that minigame? It seems like it's required for progression." Well, it's actually not. If you lose that minigame by getting blown up, you can actually just wait until the car is done shooting barrels at you and press restart. But it is faster to win the minigame because then you don't have to go press restart.
Yeah, I've never seen her do that. I'm impressed.
I can do it if I really feel like it. I usually don't for the marathon
Yeah.
through the bit, but I was like, oh, this one's going well. I may as well try.
That was good.
And then
yeah.
there's Chasing Lies. This one is one of the most difficult levels casually. As you can tell, the cars move fast. They go everywhere. It's very difficult. So that's why at the beginning of that level there, we waited for 2 cars to be together in the middle so we could kill them with 1 explosion. Pretty useful tactic there. Here we introduce a brand new mechanic with these big, giant telekinetic circle guys. Some of the cultists have learned how to use our power to a small degree. And we're going to have to defeat them with the power of bullet. We're really good at that.
He do be bubbling.
So the very difficult challenge in this level, honestly, one of the hardest in the game by far, is to use this giant corona thing, to redirect your bullet such that it will hit this
Nice.
gas can directly. Really, really hard. Very happy we got that there. And then this guy's telekinetic influence goes down for a little while after you shoot through it, so then we can just go ahead and shoot him back. That's how you defeat those. It took me a while to figure that out casually. Like how to actually defeat the guys with the big yellow thing. Happy to get that first try. That's a very difficult challenge. Tough one. This one's perhaps even harder, although we found a good way to do it, I think, at this point.
This level's my bread and butter. Unfortunately, I have the IL for both any percent and all challenges on this level. Unfortunately, it looks to be hardware dependent, which is a shame because I was trying to find an easier strat for Satan for fatales, and it just did not end up working on a horrid laptop.
Yippee! Yeah, sometimes those things happen. Here I didn't go quite far enough to be able to do this long shot at this armored enemy, so I had to restart the level briefly, but not too bad. The time lost there. And then we're gonna just snake around this gigantic graveyard. This is, I think, the biggest level in the game, even counting the final level, I believe. I'm not completely confident in that, but I'm pretty sure. And then the quite difficult challenge in this level is avoid the debris. So if we go high enough here, we can do that, and then we can just barely redirect ourselves down, use this full redirect, which we only have that many of, to get that last guy. Now, it's not over, though, because we have to find this gas canister. Very finicky shot. And then do this armored guy shot to finish it. That's a tough level. Definitely one of the harder ones to get that challenge in, but I think I've figured out a decently consistent setup with where to shoot in relation to the graves to be able to do it. We're really mad,
Now,
by the way. That's why all the
Satan.
graves are in the air. Yes, continue.
I gotta ask,
Yeah?
is this a good time to go refill my water bottle?
Yeah, this is actually a great time. Go ahead and stretch. We're gonna be here for literally 34 seconds. So there's a timer in the top of your screen right here. I will actually drink some water during this time. It's a good idea. I'm gonna mimic the guy on screen. Wonderful. And you would think, casually playing, that the game is challenging you to complete this level in underneath that time. That's actually very easy, because once again, you slow down time in this game. But if you do fail that challenge, or if you do fail the quote-unquote by going over that time, the game actually says, no, that's what you were intended to do. So we're going to wait until there's 11 seconds on this timer, and then we're going to shoot some guys, and you'll see what happens.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing. Pretty much.
Okay, good.
Yep. It's a pretty funny part of the run in that sense, where the game just completely subverts your expectations. Whoop. And whoop. So there you can see we perfectly time it such that the time runs out while we're at this guy on the top of the roof, and then that means that we can shoot the two new telekinetic guys as they appear. We're just cleaning out this level, so Provokinu, if you've got anything, now's a great time.
I can't stop watching this game. It's so pretty.
Isn't it?
It sounds weird, but it's just the art style. What would you call this art style? Just out of curiosity, like what do you describe this
yeah,
as?
True, bisexual lighting for sure, but I don't know, like a little bit of grunge. I guess I'm not
Just
quite
like
sure.
Neo psychedelic.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but it is gorgeous, right? No other game that I've ever seen looks like this. And no game that I've ever seen plays like this either. It's truly a one of a kind gem. Highly recommend picking it up if you are at all interested. All right, here is Enter the Dead. So this one's mostly pretty standard, but it has some tricky elements. Like, first of all, we do have to line up this car correctly. Very good. Looks good right now. To be able to be up next against these guys. That explosion actually killed 3 men, even if you couldn't see it. It did. Trust me. And then the real enemy of this particular stage is the tree. There's a tree over here. It's really mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it can thwart you at 3 different times in this run. So what you really have to do is you really have to make sure that that red X is appearing where you're shooting to get the guy that you're actually trying to shoot. Because otherwise, you're not going to shoot him. It's going to go into the tree. Yippee. So I just know where to aim there to get that guy. I don't have to see him. So you can actually lose by shooting the tree here. This is a part of the game where you can lose if you do that. Okay. I shot at a tricky angle. Okay, this'll be fine.
Oh, yeah,
I was being safe to avoid the tree. I hate the tree. The tree is all of our enemies. But we did it. Yippee! Going pretty smooth through these last levels here. I'm pretty happy with this run so far, in the grand scheme of things, I would say. Alright, Valley Path. So this is the second to the last level. This one's fairly standard as well. We just have a lot of guys to shoot, and we have a nice little path that we get to shoot them. The challenge is direct hits hit the hardest, which that means that we have to shoot everybody directly and not kill anybody with gas canisters, but we weren't going to do that anyway. It's actually faster not to, so no big deal. Marcy, do you have anything you want to add?
This run's been very clean so far. The routing on this level is also a little weird, especially for a casual playthrough. But yeah, what Satan's doing here is very easy.
Yeah, not the hardest in general.
Yeah.
The only real thing is that the beginning couple of shots are very tight in terms of the timing that you need to do them in, because the first telekinetic guy will bring his shield back up if you don't do it fast enough in real time. So you do have to be pretty fast at the beginning. And speaking of real time, there's a really interesting mechanic in the final level here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the final level is super different from everything else in this game. Has just a completely different mechanic where the cult leader is now within reach, but he's done something interesting and put up a force field around himself. How do we defeat that force field, Marcy? While I focus.
So we have 3 different waves of this level that we have to beat here. We have to get the dudes out on the outskirts of the temple here to start out.
I can do this. No, it's fine. I have enough charges.
Yeah. Very good. Besides that, Satan's actually doing a route that I also helped with at the very start for this first wave. But we have one wave of dudes we have to take care of. That's going to take care of the top bubble, that of which is surrounding the temple, as you'll see now. There are a few more around this inner bubble that we're going to have to take care of. And then we just got to figure out how to get in the temple after that.
Yep, pretty much. So here, I would normally shoot the car down here, but unfortunately, because we spent more real time in the beginning, we can't do that, and I have to wait until the car is kind of out here a little bit. This is one of the trickier things to deal with if it happens to you in this game, but we got this. There we go.
Nice.
I did have
Very
to wait
good.
until it was sufficiently far out that I could just shoot within this little hut here. There we go. And we're still good. There's a lot of different ways to kind of back up and save this level if you mess up, but you do have to make very quick decisions in order to do that. So it is very much a experienced player's benefit from that here. And then we've got this guy, and then this guy. And we have one more guy to go to complete the shield.
All right. And once we get this open, the doors are going to open up, and it's just a straight shot to the one right inside of there. So time will be once this guy is shot and killed.
I don't feel like it.
Where are you going?
I like birds.
Okay, Satan is point farming, and here's the ending cutscene.
In reality, that ending cutscene is actually rendered
Time.
in-engine. Time, yes. And shooting the bird and using that same glitch where you sped up time before speeds up that cutscene, so it's a good solid 20 to 25 seconds of time save. Just at the end there from a kind of difficult shot to pull off, so I'm pretty happy with that. And there we go. That's the run. You can watch this little ending here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This game is just awesome. It's beautiful, it's unique, it's like nothing else. Highly, highly recommend playing it. And I know that y'all were super generous and funded our bonus Endless mode, which I've never played, so it's time for the person that you just saw speedrun that game to figure out what the Endless mode is all about. So let's first just wait until this is done.
How often at these charity marathons, y'all, do you see not just the commentators doing a blind react, but the runner themselves also doing a blind react?
Yeah, I don't think we do that very often, to be honest. Kind of new. But either way, I'm gonna wait here just to get Renee Rother on the screen, because I always like to do that when we're in marathons. I'm gonna do a quick adjustment here. And then this is what the Endless mode is called. It's called Nightmare Paralysis. I'm gonna wait for just a second for everybody to get the timer ready and everything like that. We're just gonna have 10 minutes to show this off, and we will see what happens. Again, I've never played this. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. So, okay. Are we ready on that, Provocanoob? Everything look good?
I'm waiting for the little voices in my ear to tell me what's happening. We'll get that sorted for you right
little
away.
voices in your ear. Yes, yes.
Little voices.
Little voices. I'll just assume we're ready. I think we would be ready. So either way, it'll be fine. It's all good. I don't want to keep us too long. So let's count us down. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Go.
Go.
We're gonna be fine. It's all good. Oh. Kill. I think that's the whole point of this game. I agree. Collect the bullet. And it never stops. Yeah, that sounds correct. Okie dokie. There is no end. They are everywhere forever. Oh, to summon more of them. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so
Ooh.
here we're actually going to look around the level. This is a mechanic that we've technically been using throughout. Ooh, okay, we spawned some guys. So we've
They're running.
Yeah, they're running. Oh, they're running towards me. Oh, exciting. So we've been using this mechanic throughout, technically. I'm going to hit them in their weak points to get redirects. All right, yeah, that's us. Where is everybody else? Ah, there's one.
Oh, yep.
To move around at the beginning before we actually shoot. Okay. So another thing that we haven't really been seeing is that if you shoot solid things, you do die. So we have to be careful not to shoot the tree trunks or the ground or anything like that. Let's see. There's one. So yeah, this is endless. Yeah, the whole point is to not shoot anything, I suppose. Oh, okay. Now there's more.
All right, wave 3.
Oh, I thought there was one here. That's what the
Oh,
color
they're
said.
crawling.
They're crawling? What? Okay, well that's
Yeah.
why I have redirects. Oh, you're so right. Why is he down there? I've never seen
He's
this.
tired.
I guess he's waking up. I don't know. But
There's another dude to the left.
I'm getting assisted.
More to the left. Yeah.
I'll find him. It's hard with the
I'm sure you
lighting in
will.
this game. That's, I think, maybe.
Like, you passed him at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? There's cars.
Yeah.
Ah, shield guy. Okay. Well, I can get you. Get the weak point. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think
Very
we
good.
got him, but maybe we didn't. I don't know. There is also a multiplier in this game for score. Score is actually a big thing in this game. We haven't really discussed it before, but it certainly exists, and there's a lot of people who have been high score farming since this game came out, or even when the demo came out. It was super popular. I think that one in the top right corner means that there's another guy out here somewhere. I think that's the guy.
Yes.
Let's try to find him. Yes, got him. Okay. Do you have armor? No, we're fine. Yeah, getting the redirects I think is quite important here to be able to react to what's going on. But yeah, the score is affected by a multitude of things. Where you hit them on their body, headshots are worth the most. And there's oh, you were armored! Ah. Well, GG, we'll take that. That was tricky. I was like, why don't you have a weak spot? That's because that was an armored guy. Well, now I know they can show up here.
So rude.
So rude. Well, that was fun. That was really fun to see. Yeah, hitting explosions, getting multi-kills at the same time, doing multiplier, giving the multiplier up by shooting multiple guys in quick succession also brings up the score. So score is a really cool thing. I'll probably play this to try to get higher scores this mode, because I think that would be a lot of fun. But either way, this will be, yeah. I think that'll be it for me. I want to make sure that we're moving along quickly because we're a little behind on the marathon. But yeah, my name is Satanherself. Thank you for watching the game. I'm Satanherself on Twitch. Thank you for donating for this endless mode. I'm really glad I got to see it and show it off to y'all and show off the points mechanics and also how hard it is to see in this game when you don't know where the enemies are. Marcy, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, make sure you keep watching the vent and getting your donations in for Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund. I will be back on this broadcast here on Friday and for the finale as a host. So I hope to see you all there, and I hope y'all continue to enjoy the event. And Satan, thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate you.
Of course, anytime. And yeah, you can follow me at Satanherself on Twitch if you want to see what I do. I do not play this on Twitch because it is a very difficult game to talk and play fast with. It's very, very hard. But I do play Peggle, Plants vs. Zombies, and other things. So yeah, hope to see you there. And continue watching Completithon. There's a bunch of really cool stuff coming up in the rest of the day, I am sure. And Pokenoob, of course, is going to be able to tell you all about that and be a wonderful host. Thank you so much for hosting us. And thank you, Marcy, for being here. Bye-bye, everybody.